Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I really want to dive into my 3 favorite reasons of why I use HoneyBook as my CRM tool. So first off, let me quickly define what a CRM tool is. It is just a way for you to organize and manage and see where your clients are in your sales pipeline or where they're at in your booking process or basically the process of working with you. So you're going to see, in most CRM tools, especially as entrepreneurs, we're going to keep it kind of simple, basically where it's going to go from inquiry all the way through a completed project. And there's so many different stages in between. Again, that could be an entire YouTube video on its own, but I really want to talk specifically about why I use HoneyBook over some of the competitors like Dubsado, 17 Hats. There are some more complicated ones like Salesforce that most entrepreneurs won't use. I'm going to specifically talk about why I choose HoneyBook. So number 1, there are a lot of customized templates and customized branding that you can create inside of HoneyBook. So for instance, in the client booking process, when somebody inquires with you and you need to send them pricing or you need to send them more information, oftentimes entrepreneurs will type out literally the same exact email over and over and over again, and that wastes a lot of time, a lot of energy. And what HoneyBook allows you to do is save these emails as templates or proposals or invoices, contracts, anything that you would use to get somebody into your sales pipeline, you are able to save as a customized template. And the best part about it is there are certain areas where it's going to auto-populate the client's name, auto-populate their telephone number. You can brand them to make it look like a cohesive experience with your branding, even though you're using an outside software. So the way that these customized templates work, again, there are so many different things that you can create inside of HoneyBook, but my favorite ones are going to be the email templates, because I don't want to type out, the same email when I send pricing every single time. Or if I have a client question that comes up a lot, I can just literally click and say, send this template, send the email, and be done with it. And rather than spending 10 minutes writing the email, I can do it in about 2 seconds, or I can actually have my business manager send it on my behalf, which is listen, if you guys have a VA or a business manager, this is going to save you a lot of time and energy. And then I also love using the templated proposal option. And, basically you can feel free to dive into HoneyBook to explore all of the options, but the proposal templates really help streamline and make sure that I'm giving a good client experience when it comes to pricing. But then there's also a streamlined experience of me getting paid. So within these templated proposals, I'm able to send a pricing proposal saying, hey, this is how much my services are going to cost. If they agree to it, they can sign a contract and pay immediately. And this is just one really easy way of having to make sure you're not going back and forth trying to get your contract signed, trying to get payment from your clients. It's all inside of one document. So again, you can create these custom templates to literally send over and over and over again, especially if you have a couple of signature packages and you're not changing much within them. You can just, hey, package A, send it off to client Z. Package B, we need to send it off to Josh, that kind of thing. And the last custom template that I absolutely love from HoneyBook is actually going to be the brochure template. So rather than having to create and design PDFs for when people want to see your case studies or want to see your testimonials, want to learn more about your services, you can easily create these inside of HoneyBook and send them with ease. And it can even be automated, which we'll get to in a second. But it's just an easy way of delivering branded assets to your potential clients to make sure that you book them. All right, and reason number 2, HoneyBook has replaced a lot of the other software that I have used. And I've not only been able to cut costs because, again, I'm not paying for all these other tools and software, but it's also all inside of one hub, which is so beneficial. I no longer need a scheduling tool like Calendly to make sure that people are booking a time on my calendar to talk with me. They have an integrated booking form where they can see what your calendar availability is and select a time that works best for them to have a discovery call or to book some time on your calendar to have a Zoom meeting. There are so many different functionalities inside of there, and that got rid of Calendly for me. I've also gotten rid of DocuSign and other payment processors because, again, all within inside of HoneyBook, my clients can sign a contract and pay me all inside of one software, and I'm not having to go back and forth between all these apps and all these softwares and confusing the client with multiple different logins. And also, I'm not having to pay for all of these extra apps. It's all included inside of that lump sum of paying for HoneyBook. And the other really good thing about some of the tools inside of HoneyBook, they actually have contact forms that you can integrate into your website. So my contact form I have built inside of HoneyBook, and then I drop the coding inside of Squarespace so that whenever somebody needs to contact me for whatever reason, whether it's to become a client, for a collaboration, for customer support, I have all of these different contact forms and they are integrated into my HoneyBook so that as people start to send those through, they come into my HoneyBook, I can see where they're at in my pipeline, and I can determine and automate certain workflows to make sure that person is getting helped either by me, by somebody on my team, or I can refer them out to somebody. Again, we'll get into this in just a second, but there are so many different tools that can literally replace every other app that you're paying for. All right, number 3, my favorite, workflows and automation. This is by far the biggest time saver and why I have invested into HoneyBook. So the way that workflows work, like I kind of alluded to just now, when somebody completes a contact form and they hit that send button, they are automatically brought into my HoneyBook. And after they hit that send button, a workflow based on the automation and based on certain things they've selected, a workflow is assigned to that person. So let's say they're inquiring about my evergreen content library services, my one-on-one services. They submit the booking form, and again, based on what they said, an email is automatically sent to them with pricing or next steps, or if they're not a good fit, I send a list of referrals, and that is automatically done for me, just based on certain things that they say inside of that contact form that I have pre-populated inside of a workflow. It can work similar to when I am approached for brand collaborations or speaking opportunities. That's another contact form. And based on what that person selects, an email is automatically sent with either A, some pricing, B, I need to know a little bit more information about what they're needing, things like that. This can all automatically be sent and I don't have to do a damn thing. And it's so good because it saves so much time as an entrepreneur. And if there are certain steps in that workflow that need a second eyeball, or, some things might need to be approved, I have it set up so that my business manager can see a task, or I can see a task and be able to implement that and do that. All inside of like the task function in HoneyBook. Again, there's so many different things to do inside of HoneyBook, and I'll have to probably give a more in-depth tutorial on each of these components, but I just want to let you know that this is the best and most time-saving feature that HoneyBook offers. So expect some future tutorials about how I set all of this up inside of HoneyBook, because let me tell you what, it is a game changer, and I'll make sure to go through each of these functions. I just wanted to tell you the main 3 reasons why I absolutely love HoneyBook and I've chosen it over others. And thank you for watching this video, and as a thank you, I want to give you 50% off of your HoneyBook subscription, and you guys can try it out on a free trial basis. So you guys can head to the link below. It's in the description so that you guys can get a free trial and possibly get 50% off if you really love the features inside of HoneyBook. And as always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will see you next week.